I'd like to share a couple of bullet points that will really help you along your journey of empath empowerment, starting with the debate as to whether empaths are born the way they are or whether it's due to nurture, aka childhood abuse or trauma. Now, here's the reality about either of those situations. It really doesn't matter whether you were born that way or whether nurture and trauma made you become that way. Because if you look at the greats in the world, anybody who is unique and different, Superman, it doesn't matter how Superman became Superman because Superman just simply is who he is and he does what he does. The empath, we do what we do, we are who we are. And what often happens is society, due to misunderstanding us, not understanding us because we don't fit in, society tends to alienate those that are different. They will alienate and vilify and try to undermine us because we don't fit into this standard block. And so whenever people say, well, no, you're this way, you're an empath, it's a load of BS, you're just simply a traumatized human being and you develop hypervigilance. It doesn't matter. I have hypervigilance, whether it was through trauma or whether it was from the gift of empathy given to me at birth, given to you at birth. It doesn't matter. So the main bullet point that I want to start with is whenever society tries to undermine this ability that you have, this gift, stand firm and own the fact that you are an empath and you are able to see, feel, understand that which I don't want to undermine other people, but not everybody has this ability to perceive and understand and feel and sense. So stand firm, stand tall, stand proud, own the fact that you have this heightened ability of empathy. It's the ultimate form of emotional intelligence. Having said all of that, in regards to whether the empath is born or whether it's through trauma, here's what I can say related to trauma. A lot of empaths have experienced childhood abuse. The reasons why this might be is if the empath, let's take the theory that the empath is born that way. The empath has an innate light that attracts wounded people. And so if the empath is born that way from childhood, the child empath is already going to attract hurt, traumatized, tortured souls. Hence why the empath child is often abused. Now, if it's not that and the child experiences childhood abuse and becomes an empath, again, it doesn't really matter because the outcome is the same. You're an empath. Lots of empaths have experienced childhood abuse. And then now the question becomes, if that is the case, how can I become empowered, manage, understand my childhood trauma, my childhood abuse, and leverage it and turn it into something of empowerment? A couple of things that I want to share that for me have been life-changing along my journey. Number one, own your story of abuse, remove the shame and the guilt. This happened to you and look at the beautiful soul you have become. Even with all the pain you've experienced, you are a beautiful soul filled with kindness, goodness, a light. And I encourage you to own that story, but go one step further, to share your story. There are two things that happen when you share your story. One, it's the most powerful purge. It's healing, it's cathartic, it's a release, and in communicating and sharing your story, you kind of grasp at this, you're able to step out of yourself and understand from somewhat of a neutral perspective. It is the most beautiful and empowering thing that I've ever done. It was having the courage to share my story. So that's the self benefits. Beyond the self benefits, you sharing your story enables, inspires, empowers other people to know they are not alone, and they will look at you and be like, wow, you experienced this, and look at you. You've now inspired me through your story, that I can now find the courage to heal. That is beautiful and it's powerful. And in terms of sharing your story, I want to invite you to join me this Sunday, February 25th from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to join me in my safe circle where you are invited to share your story and in a caring environment, a non-judgmental environment where other people need to hear your story and where you can purge and share some of the pain, release it, and start to inspire and promote healing. Inbox me the word safe circle for registration info. Look in the comments below for all pertinent info. If you are a subscriber, get your exclusive subscriber attend for free discount code. How do you subscribe? If you look at my profile at the top, you'll see subscription button. It is $4.99 to subscribe, $4.99 a month. That gives you first access to all my webinars. It also gives you sometimes free access to webinars. And if you don't get free access to webinars, you will get up to 25% discount on all webinars. So let's say you attend one webinar every 2 months, you have already recuperated the $4.99 a month. So I do encourage you to subscribe. I also share additional content on the subscription page exclusive to you. So please join me, share your story, become empowered, an empowered empath, an empowered human being, and also you will inspire and empower others. If you want more additional information, you can read my book. Pink is the color of empathy. A part of it is my recovery from narcissist abuse. I also have a bestseller called Flying Without a Net. This is all about overcoming childhood abuse, the mindset behind it, the resilience needed, and then the all-powerful element of hope. Both of these are available on Amazon. And the last thing I want to share with you is that if our childhood abuse is left unchecked, unresolved, it will manifest and it can potentially crush you. How do I know? I've been there.